Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back. It's Travis here with JT Wealth. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about two under the radar stocks that could make you up to 40% returns in the next 12 months. So let's get into it. All right, welcome back everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. If you don't mind, take 2 seconds, hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. A lot of times when I'm trying to determine what kind of investment I want to make into a stock, I try to think of the items that I use on a daily basis. For example, I'm a huge proponent of the Apple stock because I have an iPhone, I have a MacBook, and I know a lot of people around the world are using the product. Well, the same can be said about the two stocks we're going to talk about today, only you might not think about these stocks in that same light. But I guarantee you have this conversation almost daily, and that is, where am I going to eat? What do I want to eat? So in today's video, we're going to talk about two stocks that are restaurant brands that can make you up to 40% in the next 12 months. And with the average person out and about eating and shopping again, these are definitely companies that stand to make a lot of money in the near term. And with the average person out and about eating and shopping again, these are definitely companies that stand to make a lot of money in the near term. But before we jump right into which two stocks we're talking about today, if anybody is looking to open a new brokerage account, consider checking out the links in the description section down below. There's so many options available for you guys, and when you choose to use those links, it helps out the channel. So I'll let you choose which option you'd like to utilize, but just know that it really helps the channel out, and we appreciate it when you guys do that. All right, into the bread and butter of today's video, no pun intended. Our first stock of the day is Dine Brands Global Inc., ticker symbol DIN, trading at around $75.45. But check out that price target. In the next 12 months, they have a 45% upside, going up to $109.40, and that's just the average. So this has a fantastic strong buy rating, with all analyst ratings being a strong buy. And check this out, these are the 5 analysts who've rated the stock in the last 7 days alone, and you've got everything from 23 all the way up to 56%. So this is definitely a company that the analysts believe in, and you've got a really strong buy position from everybody from the Deutsche Bank, Barclays, Wedbush, Raymond James, and Trust Financial. Now, if you don't know who Dine Brands is, they are a holding company best known for their 2 restaurant chains, the first of which, IHOP, International House of Pancakes, and then obviously Applebee's, okay? But between the two, Dine has 3,500 restaurants in 16 countries, and there are still a few company-owned locations, but the overwhelming majority are owned by approximately 350 franchises. And the company's been regaining revenue as the economic restrictions have lifted, and Dine reported 99% of its restaurants were open in the second quarter. In the US, same restaurant sales increased 102% year over year for Applebee's and 120% for IHOP. The company's earnings rebounded from a net EPS loss of $8.33 in the second quarter of 2020 to a net profit of $1.69 in the second quarter of 2021. And at the same time, their cash flow has surged. The company reported $106 million in cash from operations compared to just $10.5 million 1 year ago. And to get an analyst perspective from this, we can look at Raymond James' review, where they check in with restaurant industry analyst Brian Vaccaro, who wrote that our analysis of third-party data suggests Applebee's sales versus 2019 remains strong, while IHOP has likely accelerated and turned positive in July, which is consistent with the broader family dining segment trends. Now, the company is generating strong FCF with a growing unrestricted cash balance, $75 million sequentially to $183 million, which should support resuming a meaningful dividend and share repo later this year, assuming the visibility improves with everything going on in the pandemic. Now, he puts an outperform and a buy rating on the DIN shares, and his $115 target price suggests room for more than 51% in share appreciation in the coming 12 months. I realize I'm making this video before I ate lunch. I'm getting really hungry. Okay, but now let's look at the second stock in today's video. And that is Bloomin Brands, ticker symbol BLMN, trading at about $25.80 this afternoon, okay? But they also have a strong buy rating, 6 buys, 2 holds, for an average price target of $33 in the next 12 months, which is almost 28% upside. And analysts go anywhere from 8% all the way up to 54% upside on this stock, okay? Barclays analyst Jeff Bernstein gives it a $40 price target, and he did that just 10 days ago. So there you have a almost 5-star analyst really excited about the Bloomin Brands stock. Now, if the ticker symbol and the name doesn't completely give it away for you guys, Bloomin Brands is the parent company of the Aussie-themed Outback Steakhouse. But the company also owns Carrabba's Italian Grill, Bonefish Grill, and Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar. Now, overall, the company boasts over 1,450 restaurants in 47 states. I said that awkwardly, 1,450 restaurants in 47 states, along with Puerto Rico and Guam. And internationally, they operate in 20 countries. Now, while most locations are company-owned, some are also franchised. Now, Bloomin's recent history has been typical of the restaurant industry in general. The company saw steep losses in the first half of last year, but has bounced back strongly this year as the restrictions have been eased. Now, a clear sign of that is the second quarter EPS, which at 75 cents per share was the highest in more than 2 years, and a far turnaround from the $1.05 per share loss posted in the year-ago quarter. Bloomin also reported year-over-year comp sales growth of 65.8% in Outback's U.S. locations, and more importantly, the comp sales were more than 11% higher than in 2019. Now, the total company revenue for the quarter hit $1.077 billion, and that top line represents an 86% gain over last year's second quarter. Now, the company's drawn attention from Raymond James, Brian Vaccaro, also the analyst that we looked at in our first stock, and the analyst rates BLMN a strong buy, setting a price target of $37.50, implying a 1-year upside potential of 50%. So we confidently reiterate our strong buy rating on BLMN following the company's strong second quarter results and underlying margin fundamentals. The sales remain over 10% above the 2019 levels, with strengthening dine-in sales partially offset by moderating off-premise. And we see a strong upside in their third quarter EBITDA guidance, even layering in modestly higher food and labor inflation. And that's, of course, the analyst speaking there. And once again, we're looking at a stock with a strong buy consensus. So we've got two really strong stocks between 40 and possibly even 50% upside in the next 12 months, depending on which one of these analysts are correct. All right, so there you have it, guys. Dine Brands Global and Bloomin Brands, two restaurant franchise companies that are up to 40, 50%, even depending on which analyst you go by, potential upside in the next 12 months. So if you're thinking about how to invest your money in things that people are going to use, continue to use, and that aren't going anywhere anytime soon, restaurants are definitely a viable option for your portfolio. Now, again, this is not a financial recommendation. I'm not a financial analyst. I'm just bringing you guys the information for entertainment and for the purposes of kickstarting your own due diligence, but make sure you look further into any company before investing your money into it. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of Dine Brands or Bloomin, what you think of the restaurants. If you just want to talk about their food, I am really hungry right now. So tell me all about your favorite dish from any of the restaurants we talked about today. And as always, thank you guys so much for checking out today's video. If you liked it, again, please give me a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. We always love having you guys. Thanks again. Until next time, bottoms up.